I'd like to discuss an important topic today when it comes to language learning, and that is, what is fluency? How can we define fluency? What does it mean? Because it seems like everyone has their own point of view or their own interpretation of what the word fluent means. Now, in some dictionaries, it says that fluency, or being fluent, is speaking in a foreign language just like a native speaker. That's completely absurd, I think. No one can be just like a native speaker. You can only hope to achieve to be to what's called a near native fluency. No one can speak as good as as good as a native speaker. It's just not possible. You can never be that good as in your own mother tongue or mother language. And then there are also some people or websites and different things that try to base fluency on the vocabulary you have, the amount of words that you have, which I also think is absurd. Let's say someone has a vocabulary of like 1,000 words, but let's say those 1,000 words are only related to physics, chemistry, and biology, or something like that. Or let's add in philosophy, okay? Just because they have like 1,000 words or whatever does not mean they're necessarily fluent. Because if someone brings up another topic, like a regular kind of everyday topic that they don't have the vocabulary for, they're going to be completely lost. I mean, they're limited on talking only about philosophy, chemistry, biology, physics, that type of stuff. What I would consider fluent, what I would propose as a definition for fluency, is a self-critique of fluency. And that would be, how much can you understand? Can you understand on a regular basis? Like, I'm saying, any content you receive. Let's just say you are learning a language, you go on YouTube with this language, and you search and watch a whole bunch of videos, random videos that are unrelated to each other, just completely random videos, and let's just see how much you understand after watching all those random videos. Do you understand 50% of the content? Do you understand 75%, 90%? How much of this new material do you understand that you've never seen before? It's just completely random. I would say that if you can understand 20 to 30% of what's going on, or let's say 0 to 30% of what's going on, I would consider that more like a beginner level. Out of all the random videos you came across, the more videos, the better this is going to be. But if you can understand 30%, that would be a beginner. And if you can understand 30 to like 65, 70%, around there, that's intermediate. If you can understand 90% of what you come across, I would consider that pretty, well fluent. 75%, I would say a basic fluency. 90%, I'd say you're really, really fluent. And let's say you understand just about everything. 98, 99% or whatever. I would say you're at a really, really high near native level of fluency. Okay? So I think fluency is self-defined by your own critique of what you understand versus what you don't understand. Do you feel comfortable in most situations? Can you comfortably express yourself? I think what's more important than speaking, though, in a real conversation is how much you understand in defining how fluent you are. Because, we can have like conversations with people in a foreign language, and maybe at first, you're kind of randomly put on the spot. Okay, you might feel a little bit nervous, and you're gonna make mistakes, and they're gonna ask you questions you might not understand. And I think in a conversation, you have all these other things that play a role into how it turns out, that maybe half hour after the conversation you realize, oh man, I could have said that, or I could have said this, oh, I wish I would have done that, or this, if I would have structured my sentence this way, it would have made more sense, or now I remember what that word I was going to use is. So I think there's just too many things that play into being put on the spot in a conversation and trying to speak yourself that kind of hurt this idea of fluency. I don't think letting others judge your fluency is the best because of that, because of all these things that play into it. I think the best way to define fluency is defining it yourself on your own. How much do you understand? Do you feel that you're fluent? Or do you feel that you definitely don't understand a lot and need more work? So I'm going to stress this point once more. I think fluency should be self-defined. What you think is fluent yourself, how you feel, how comfortable you are with that language, and how comfortable and easily you can express yourself. Okay? So, fluency basically would be different for different people. We can't expect it to be a universal term that everyone can agree on. I don't think that's right. Because, everyone has a different perception of what fluent is. Because it's their own self-designated fluency. So I don't think you should push on other people, oh, I think you're fluent. You're definitely fluent. Or I definitely don't think you're fluent. Not at all. You know what I mean? I think it's a subjective thing. So, yeah, that's how I would define fluency. And definitely feel free to, post your opinion underneath and tell me what you think fluency is. Tell me what languages you think you're fluent in, or intermediate in, or beginner in. And tell me if you agree or disagree with how I define fluency. Let's make like a conversation out of it. So I hope to see your opinions, and let's have fun discussing what fluency is.